If you're over 50, you could be more vulnerable to layoffs. Here's what's driving it and how to protect your future. If you're in your 50s and worried about job security, you're not alone. Layoffs are hitting this age group more often, and while the reasons vary, many come down to cost, culture, or change. Understanding what's behind these job losses can help you stay prepared, protect your income, and make smart career moves. Here are some of the most common reasons workers in their 50s may face layoffs, and what that means for what comes next. Performance or skill misalignment is a major factor. As companies adopt new tools and workflows, older workers may find their skills don't align with current demands. If training hasn't kept pace, or if digital tools are unfamiliar, workers in their 50s may be more at risk when roles are restructured. Higher compensation costs also play a role. More experience typically means higher pay, which can make older employees a bigger expense during cost-cutting. In some cases, companies replace one seasoned worker with multiple lower-paid employees, especially in middle management. Age-related bias continues to be a challenge. Even in well-intentioned companies, older workers can be seen as less adaptable or close to retirement. Legal protections exist, but bias is difficult to prove and still shapes decisions about who stays and who goes. Limited mobility or flexibility can contribute as well. By their 50s, workers often have routines, family responsibilities, or are less open to relocation. Younger employees may be more willing to move, travel, or work off hours. This is something employers sometimes prioritize. Organizational restructuring is another major driver. Mergers, automation, or strategy shifts often lead to redundancies. Middle management roles are especially vulnerable during restructuring, even when performance is strong. Health considerations can play a subtle role too. Although rarely stated, physical limitations or health issues may influence layoff decisions in demanding jobs. Studies show that health shocks can push older workers out of the workforce earlier than planned. Economic downturns place older workers at higher risk. Companies may target higher earners to cut costs quickly. Older workers often take longer to find new jobs and may exit the workforce altogether if rehiring takes too long. Timing of pensions or benefits can affect decisions. Some companies push older employees out before they qualify for full pensions or vesting. While not always intentional, these timing decisions influence who gets cut. Company culture shifts can also leave older workers feeling out of sync with new values or expectations. Even when performance is strong, workers may feel disconnected from younger leadership. Remote work resistance is another factor. Some older workers prefer in-person roles or struggle with digital tools. Employers may view that resistance as inflexibility during downsizing. Many companies focus on future leaders, prioritizing younger employees for long-term growth roles. Even experienced workers with valuable institutional knowledge can be seen as outside the long-term vision. Reduced visibility also affects layoff decisions. By mid-career, some professionals stop actively networking. Without visibility, in person or online, it's easier to be overlooked during downsizing. Outdated expertise can also be a problem. Fast-moving industries make older tools and systems obsolete quickly. Even top performers need to evolve their skills to stay competitive. Layoffs in your 50s are often driven by a mix of cost, culture, and shifting expectations, and it often takes much longer to find a new job at this age. AARP reports that older workers typically take twice as long as younger ones to get rehired. That's why it's critical to stay current, visible, and financially prepared. Understanding what's changing and how to adapt helps you keep control of your career and your future.